Hi Flea Jumpers, Monty Stewart here, and I have a lesson for you. We're just going to take a little bite-sized piece of this song this evening, and I'll provide a little bit of it hopefully every evening between now and the meetup on January the 21st, or at least until we get it done. It won't take every evening, but I want to give you a little bit tonight, the real easy part, and add one little technique that makes it really sound cool. We're going to swing it a little bit, okay? It's a song called Jada, and it's an old jazz standard. And let me just play it. The first 8 bars, the first 8 measures, which really is 2 phrases. The first 4 bars comprise the first phrase, and the next 4 bars comprise the second phrase. It's in the key of F, and we're going to do both of these phrases. On the first 2 phrases are a 1, 6, 2, 5 progression. And we're in the key of F, so that starts with F being 1. So the 1, 6 is F, G, A, B, C, D. D is the 6. In this case, it's going to be a D7, which creates tension, passes the baton forward to the 2 chord. So the 2 chord would be F, G, so it's a G7. So we've got 1 is F, 6 is D7, 2 is G7, and the 5 chord is F, G, A, B, C7. All right? Now, what we're going to do, and I'm not going to show you the chords, the fingering. You can find a song book. We're not going to waste our time doing that, and they're real easy. But we're going to start with the F for a full measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all we're going to do for right now is just, with our finger, just stroke down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we're going to play D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the third measure we're going to split in half, with the first 2 beats being the G7, 1, 2. The last 2 beats being the C7, 3, 4. And it'll resolve back to the F on measure 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let me switch cameras here for you, and so you can kind of see the fingering and the right hand, and it goes like this. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. F, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. G7, 2, C7, 4, F, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's the first phrase. Now, one thing that I want to point out to you is something that you want to start picking up in your ear, that you want to begin to hear. And it's that 1, 6, 2, 5 sound. It goes like this. 1, 6, well, let me do it 4 beats. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. I'll do it again. Here we go. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, that's the first 4 bars. Now let's go to the next 4 bars. Okay, first it's almost exactly the same, except in measure 3, the G7 and the C7 don't share that third measure. The G7 boots the C7 on to measure 4, and the C7 boots that F then onto the next measure. So what we're going to have is 1 measure of F, 1 measure of D7, a whole measure of G7, and a whole measure of C7, like this. F, 2, 3, 4, D7, G7, C7, D7. Okay, one more time. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, let me put the two of them together now for you. It goes like this. From the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. F, D7, G7, C7, F, D7, G7, C7. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Let me do that again. I tried to do the, I tried to put the C7 back in that third measure, okay, and that's wrong. I was thinking ahead so I would make sure I would know where I was going next time, and just screwed up. From the beginning, here we go. I'd start over, but this is about my 10th take already. Don't tell anyone though. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. F, D7, G7, C7, F. Now the same thing almost. F, D7, G7, a full measure, G7, C7. And notice it ends right there and doesn't resolve until the first measure in the next phrase, okay, which starts our next phrase. Let me do the melody now. You play along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Now we've almost got it, except for one very important element. Now we're going to make it swing. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to do a little pinky dancing. See if you can tell what I'm doing with my pinky finger as I play it this time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. F, D7, G7, C7, F, F, D7, G7, C7. Okay? Makes a huge difference in the feel of the song. It makes it what we call swing. And all I'm doing, and one reason I wanted to do this song is to teach you this technique. It's extremely important. Is how to use your pinky to dampen a chord. And it just works really well with this particular set of chords because that pinky's just kind of hanging out there. You don't even use it at all, I don't think, no, you don't use it at all in the first 8 measures, so it's getting bored and it's looking for something to do. And so it does a great job of dampening. Now, here's how you do this. I want you to think of this triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? Each when we count, we're going to count and think of it as in triplet, 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 triplet. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 for each measure, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 triplet. We're putting our finger down on that last part of the triplet. Trip, trip, trip. Okay? Triplet, 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 G7, 7, F, F, F. It's a very fine distinction, okay? But that's what gives it the swing. So listen to the difference. I'm going to do this first 4 measures without using the pinky. And listen to it. F, D7, G7, C7, F. I'm not going to sing this time, just listen. Now listen. Can you hear the difference? It makes a big, 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 huge, huge difference. Okay? Now let's add that to the next phrase. The measures 5, 6, 7, and 8 would go like this. F, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3. Again. You want to resolve, but you don't get to until the next measure. Okay, so from the beginning, sounds like this. One, I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to play it because I want you to hear that dampening sound. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, let me sing it now. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Okay, now actually, we'd probably, in real life, do this a little faster. So let me speed it up just a tad and do it one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Now, on that time, you might have noticed that I'm on the upstroke, I'm doing a sort of hitting it a little on the upstroke, but we'll get to that later. All right, so that's it tonight. One more time, sing it with me, and we'll just go out with it like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. Jada, 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 jing, jing, jing. And that's it. And I'm going to keep you in tension until the next lesson. Hopefully it should be tomorrow evening. Goodbye. And remember, music self-played is happiness self-made. Adios.